Nintopics Podcast, all things Nintendo. Yeah! Nintopics Podcast, all things Nintendo.
Welcome to the Nintopics Podcast. Hello. Hi, guys. How are you? How's everybody doing? What's the deal with that appeal? We're back. What's up? What's up? What's going on, chat? You guys look amazing today.
Fabulous.
Thank you for dressing up. By the way, if you're eating, enjoy a drink, your food and stuff.
Pass me a plate.
Right? It looks like Liz and Vandy have merged.
We have merged into one.
They have merged. They evolved. Pokemon. They got trapped in the same Pokeball.
It happens.
It's bright in here.
Right. All right. So how are you guys doing today? Start with the Vandy. Vandy, what's up, bro?
Doing well. Back from the trip a little bit. I actually have like another trip this upcoming weekend to see some other friends. So
Nice.
I haven't been home for a hot minute, but still working, still having some fun. But it was a good trip. It was definitely needed, definitely a lot of fun. Great. Got to see a lot of people from all over the world, so it was cool.
That is awesome. When you get home, you have to run and step on roaches, just like Animal Crossing. you go back
like an Animal Crossing. I have to kill a bunch of roaches, man. Fix my hair.
Yep.
Don't scare him like that.
I'm gonna do something fun. I'm gonna jump from Vandy to Joycey. What's up, Joycey?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
And then jumping back from Liz. What's up, Liz?
Hello. We just got back from trip and everything like that, so it's just been a lot of like getting back to normal and prepping stuff and just like altering life back on tracks. So it's just been a lot of that, but it's been fun. We're very sleepy, but
very sleepy.
Sleepy.
That's awesome. So you guys were at Anime Expo, right?
Anime Weekend Atlanta.
Anime Weekend Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta. I was gonna see where this is at. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to have you guys back. And then next week you have another trip, right? Wendy, or you just see friends?
The trip will be done. It's just seeing some college friends now that they live kind of everywhere. So we're all meeting in near Atlanta, which was where the anime conference was. So I was like, okay, I guess I just won't go home then because there's no point. So I won't like miss anything else. It'll be good.
That's good. It's not to rekindle, right? To meet old friends and just catch up and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're going to a football game.
Awesome. What?
Yeah.
Who are you gonna see?
We're gonna see the Atlanta Falcons play.
Nice. Hold on.
Yeah.
We gotta get out a little sound effect here.
Go sports ball.
Hopefully we win.
Yeah.
I maybe.
All right, guys. So guess what? We have some news to talk about today. There's a lot been going on in the world of Nintendo. Everybody's aware of all of the the patents and the remakes and the skadoodles and all that stuff going on inside the world of Nintendo. And so in this podcast today, we are going to go around and talk about what this means for us. If we do get what we've seen in patents, which by the way, let me go ahead and clear this air right now. Because there's a little war going on everywhere. In every channel, everybody has their own opinion on patents, right? And some people are like, nope, patents don't happen. They're not going to happen. They're just there to be there, and they're not going to go anywhere. And I made it from cars and blah, 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 And I'm like, I know. Tears of the Kingdom had patents. Tears of the Kingdom came out. There was mechanics in Tears of the Kingdom patents of Link shooting in the air, going down, gliding, doing all the stuff that he does in Tears of the Kingdom. It was on the patent before the game came out. It came out a couple weeks ago. There's a video on my channel called Nintendo Switch Wonder Edition Switch. I made it. I actually designed it myself and made it just because a patent that I saw that week. Okay. Of a Nintendo Switch OLED. I say, look, Mario Wonder's coming out, and this patent that just came out of the Nintendo Switch OLED has to be for this. What happened? The following week, a Nintendo Switch OLED Mario Edition with little coins in the back and little red Joy-Cons and stuff like that. Nintendo issues patents for two reasons. First, to protect their intellectual property, right? They want to protect their what's theirs. Second, every little detail or change they make to a console, they need to issue a new patent for that. For example, if they are releasing a new Zelda Phantom Hourglass Edition Switch, then a patent is going to be, you're going to see a patent for a Nintendo Switch. You might not know what it's about, but then later on, oh, there's a new edition Switch coming out. And that has never, ever, ever failed. Now, we first heard about a patent for a Nintendo, not a patent, a leak for a Nintendo Switch, in which some people over at the same people that were working on manufacturing for the Nintendo Switch, they were working on some shells and some hinges that could possibly be, and we call this in the channel, for a Nintendo Switch with a foldable screen. What happens a few weeks later? We get a patent. We get another patent. After the leaker said it, we get a patent for a Switch with the foldable thingy, right? The flappy thing, guys. I'm trying to make it here. Nobody's getting it. It's a flappy thingy.
It's like opening a sandwich. You just pull the bread back a little bit. Yeah.
Only this one has a piece of cheese on top of it. So
it's like a big 3DS. There we go.
So you want beef? Whoever says no patents, patents aren't real or patents don't come to pass, come at me. Come at me.
Come at me, bro.
I'm right here. Look at me. I'm not going to work. The academy is open for you. We'll debate anytime, any day, any hour, any ring. All right, 1-on-1 for the championship, and I'll kick you in the head.
Okay, Mike. Okay.
So I like this new mic.
I made my point. Patents are real. Patents tell the story. We might see many patents, right, of different things, and Nintendo can go ahead and take this Nintendo Switch and then issue a patent, and then there's a feature there that we can't catch there, but Nintendo's really making us focus on the Switch, but there's a feature that they really want to focus on for the next gen system. So, it all is here and there, but they tell a story. When they come together, then they come together at the end, and we find out what it really is. But every patent Nintendo does, they're not going to spend money on patent just because, let's just do it because they're not real. All right, let's move on. Let's go ahead and move over to what have we've been playing lately. I know I'm going to go and let Liz and Vandy talk about a little bit about their experience over at the anime Grand Valley of the Under the Sea Dance of the
Enchanted Sea in
Bring
Atlanta.
it home.
The pageants.
That's what it is.
Yep.
That's what it is. That's where we were.
Awesome.
He gives himself the cheer.
That's just it.
All right, go ahead. I know it's in Atlanta. Right? It's in Atlanta.
So just basically what the convention is.
Yeah. About your experience, what you guys do.
So AWA, aka Anime Week in Atlanta, is kind of like the convention that it's closest to us. And I live in a community of sorts with a lot of other YouTubers. So there's probably like 15 to 20 other YouTubers that I'm friends with that all live close. And so we pick Anime Week in Atlanta to kind of be like our meeting ground where we all go. And we tell all of our viewers to meet us there, kind of a thing. So we got to meet a lot of viewers. It was really, really cool. They have a lot of voice actors who go. It's the biggest anime convention in the Southeast, apparently. And they're actually so big now that they're no longer able to host it at the place they've been hosting it for the last 20 years. So next year they're having to expand a lot. But we got to see Veronica Taylor, which is the original voice actor of Ash again.
Nice.
And so we got to hang out with her. Otherwise, like Caleb Hiles is there. They had a lot of like the major voice actors from a lot of the big animes. One of our friends was in the cosplay contest and she won us Tinkaton. But it's just a lot of fun. It's 4 days of just getting to like meet members of the community and like see friends that we normally wouldn't get to see otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really good time. We spent a lot of money on knickknacks.
Anything rare, Randy?
Yeah, so that's kind of like what the convention is. Got to see a lot of cool people, take a lot of pictures, sign some things. That's not an experience I'll ever get used to, is people coming up being like, can you sign this for me? I'm like, sure. But it's just like it's a very like weird feeling almost. It's awesome, and I'm happy to do it, but it's not something I'm ever gonna get used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the big thing for a lot of us is like at the convention there's this massive expo floor. And so it's just a bunch of different vendors of a bunch of different animes, and some are specific to different animes. Some are like figurines. There's an artist gallery where it's just amazing artists that get to sell all their stuff. And I definitely bought some things for the background. But then my main goal was to take some of like my newer Pokemon cards that I've opened on stream that I don't really like have an attachment to. I just kind of open them and trade them in to get the cards I had as a kid. And there was this one vendor who I gave an entire binder to, and I got like 3 really, really rare cards to add to that like collection of what I'm trying to do. So that was a really fun like part of the weekend, is that he was kind of looking at the cards, and I got to see so much of my childhood like in this like glass case, because I'm like, I had like 30 of this card as a kid, and I probably like ripped 2. Like treated them like dirt, and now it's like, oh, this is $700. I'm like, oh, I had 4. That's fun. And I gave them all away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. Good to see some people. So I look forward to it every year. But now with the venue change and the date change as well, a lot of things are like kind of up in the air now. But it was a fun tradition and hopefully still will be. But we'll see.
It's nice. I like the fact that you're looking for cards with that reason. You know, for that reason, you want to get the cards that you had when you were a kid, which is awesome. It kind of exceeds the value of monetary value and brings it a new value that's just irreplaceable, right? So good luck to you. I hope you find them all.
Hope you catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
It sucks that they're really a lot of them are they cost some cash for sure. It's just ridiculous how like my mom would give me like a pack of cards for being a good kid. And I remember opening them, and now those same packs go for like $1,000.
Wow!
And I'm like, my mom bought them at Target for like $2.99 and gave them to me when I like did the dishes. And now it's like, hey, you want this for $1,000? You have no idea what's in there? Sure. It's just it's crazy what's become of them, but it'll take me a while. But I mean, I'll get there eventually, hopefully.
Yeah, that's cool. Are you vlogging and everything?
She vlogged it.
Okay, good. That's good.
I did my best to.
Okay.
I tried to vlog because it was like a goal that the community reached for the subathon.
Yeah.
And I realized very quickly that I'm a very in the moment kind of person.
Yeah.
And I forgot. On top of the fact that like with the amount of content creators that we have, there's a lot of viewers who want to be a part of everything. And so a lot of times I literally couldn't vlog because we didn't want to like give away locations of where we hang out outside of the convention and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff I couldn't because I didn't want to, like I said, give away where we typically hang out and win on our own private time. So that was just a little bit of a downside. So the vlog is probably going to be the shortest vlog I've ever done. But I got to get like the really cool moments, like our friend going across the stage at the cosplay contest. My brother, and his roommate all did one giant race down a bridge. And one of them ate dirt and just went and skid all the way across the concrete. Man. That was documented. Right. So it was fun. It was very, very fun. But there was more I wish I could have filmed.
That's awesome. Hopefully we can all go at the as a podcast and just have one podcast from the anime convention. I want to see Goku. I'll dress as Goku. As Super Saiyan.
There you go.
Super Saiyan God. The red hair. I'll do that.
That's all you need to do.
Right. Or just paint myself green and just go up as Piccolo. That'll be awesome, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think there was a Dragon Ball voice actor there.
Really?
Yeah, there were quite a few.
Sean guy that does Goku, is it? Or was it one of the other ones?
Truthfully, I don't know who is there, to be honest. All Dragon Ball characters just kind of blend together to me. But there was also a very special voice actor there, besides Veronica Taylor. If you guys have seen Avatar, The Last Airbender, there's a guy who has one singular line, and he yells, "My cabbages," and he was there, and I've never seen people more excited to meet a voice actor than the cabbages guy.
He also had fake cabbages that he would give out and sign to people.
That is
you
crazy,
could bring home
man.
a cabbage,
one
like
line,
this big, and he would sign it.
One line. That's all you need. One line.
One line, and this dude's famous.
Man, talk about one hit wonders, right?
There's a question in chat from Connor Creed. Wasn't one of the Futurama voice actors there?
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys watch or pay attention to Futurama.
If I had a name, I would be able to. The thing that's hard is when they come on stage or like they introduce themselves or they have the poster next to them. Yeah. It's a poster of their face. And then all of the people they voice are this big because all of them voice so many people. Yeah. So if it were life size, it would be characters this big filling up this much space next to me that you're seeing from afar. So there's a very high potential that the answer is yes, but they typically name all of the like big animes first. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, I was in Demon Slayer. I was in Avatar. I was in Haikyuu. I was in blah, blah, blah. So no one said Futurama from what I remember when they went on stage, but that doesn't mean that they didn't voice someone.
So they had other shows other than animes, right? In there in this part of the convention.
No,
I
it's
mean, video
probably
games technically.
Okay.
or it's probably more like this voice actor maybe
Ah.
works in shows and works in anime and works
Okay,
in
yeah,
games.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of that just big umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah, voice
Yeah.
actors. It's kind of shocking how many like
Yeah.
famous anime characters were voiced by like the same person, and like you just would never be able to tell.
Yeah.
But like this guy was like, I voiced this guy, and this guy. I'm like, you could not be 3 more different human beings, and yet you all were voiced by this same person. So like, people are crazy in the voice acting industry. They're nuts.
Apparently, even in the new Spider-Man game, the new Peter Parker is voiced by the same person who plays Sasuke.
Wow.
So like, they could voice anything at that point.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And let's go take it over to Joycey J in Joycey J's corner. What have you played anything this weekend?
So I had family in town this weekend. Told you
Mhm.
guys about it last week. We had a blast. So my cousin, she travels a lot. She works a lot. She has a real big family and everything. So
Shout out to cousin.
Shout out to cousin Heather.
Uh-huh.
So she got a Switch mainly to play with me and to play while she travels. When we play together, and when she was here, we played Splatoon.
Mhm.
And failed terribly at it. It was great. But she kept asking me, because y'all know how I feel about Zelda. She's like, okay, so Breath of the Wild, this happened. She hasn't played the Zelda games. For her, they're just a little too long, and she's busy, so they're not her exact cup of tea right now.
Mhm.
So she always asks me to explain it. So she's like, okay, so in Breath of the Wild, this and that happens, and in the Tears game. And I was like, yes, Tears of the Kingdom. And she's like, okay, so what happens in that one? So I was like, I would love to talk about Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, like, yeah, that's what family's for, right? So I got a chance to really show her one of the best parts of the game, which is I went to my original save file and played the entire Ganon sequence, the entire ending sequence for her, and explained all the characters and why they were there and all their little powers and stuff. And she was just like, this is the coolest thing ever, because we grew up on these games. So so she sees the boxes and the art, and she hears me talk about it and everything, but to kind of see it in action, it was cool for her. Fortunately, she had to go back home, so she left on Sunday. So I've been making my way through Mario Wonder, and I love it. It's joy on a stick, like I said before. It's just pure happiness in a Mario game. And because Mario games are actually kind of hard for me, and the reason I say that is because I'm terrible at platformers. I overshot jumps all the time and everything. I was dying in like the second stage. I didn't care. It's so much fun. So I haven't gotten to the first castle yet, but I've beaten all the levels. It's just that I'm going back and collecting things that I may have missed, or things that I thought were too hard, and really trying. I had to really try the wall jump again, because it's a little bit. It feels a little bit different than in other games. So to get one of the purple coins, and so I was doing that for like 20 minutes, because it literally took me forever. So just doing things like that. But I'm so digging Mario Wonder a lot, and I'm like, oh, this is a good one.
Yeah, it's
a good one.
It's my game. It's my game of the year. I already said it. After finishing completing it, it's just incredible. I would never say that about a 2D Mario game, but this one is just different. It was just so different than anything else. And I was like, it was fresh air to go at every single level and be surprised in every single level. Never been done. So yeah. It's tied with Tears of the Kingdom, Joycey.
Say what?
It's tied with Tears of the Kingdom for a game of the year for me.
That's okay. Like I said, there's no love lost for either game. Zelda is always going to be my jam, but so is Mario. They bring they're two totally different vibes. And I think I said this last week. Vandy and Linz weren't here, but I basically said, Mario is pure joy on a stick. It's popsicles and summer and running through sprinklers and all the happy things that we like. And Zelda has a somber tone to it. It's fun. You love the lore and everything, but it's a somber tone. You're always in a devastated Hyrule or Hyrule's about to get devastated. So
Yeah.
so there's always a sense of somberness where with Bowser, I'm just like, man, quit playing. Okay, you're a castle now. Okay, all right. I'll be over there in a little bit.
I mean, that's the thing. I think that they're the peak in their genres. That's what I think. I think Tears of the Kingdom is the best game ever, the best action adventure game I've ever played. Tears of the Kingdom is just so massive. Mario Wonder, I literally beat the game 100%. 2 days, 2.5 days. Tears of the Kingdom, couple months. You know what I mean? So, so it's two different genres, but it's crazy how both games this year to me have just given me so much joy. You know what I mean? And so much just fulfillment when it comes to playing games. And so I like it. I like it. Let's go ahead and move over to our topic of the day, which I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I'm super incredibly I want to know what Vandy and Linz think about this, because they were away on their little vacation. They were in anime world in the mountain
world.
And I want to know what they think about this, because all hell just broke loose. You know, when it comes to is it this is the one? Make sure it's the one. I think it's the one. Is it? Let me check. I don't know now. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. So a patent just broke out of his cage.
A wild patent has appeared.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I like that better. Yeah. So can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if I click on it, does it get bigger on screen?
Yes.
Sure does.
All right. So let's start with that one. Let's start with that one. As you can see there, we have a 3DS. No, it's not 3DS. It looks like a 3DS, but it's not. Okay. Let's start with describing the physiques, what it looks like, what it is. Right. We have an 8-inch screen on top. We have a smaller screen on the bottom. We have that little Joy-Con little nub there, and then you can see the R, I think the L button on top on the side, and that's all we can see here. Okay. Now I let's see if I can actually. There we go. This is the hingey, the thingy. That's something there.
Lots of thingies.
Something.
Not complicated at all.
Not at all.
No, it's just day to day. It's just like
they purposely do this for people like the average person.
Take a look at that image.
To be confused.
Take a look at that screen size on top. Okay, it's like almost jumping off the hinge. Look at the edge right here. You can see the edge of the screen. There. You can tell it's a bigger screen. Plus, there's a little dot here that I don't know if I've heard anybody talk about, but looks like a camera to me.
Yeah.
Little dot here, and then we have this screen right here, and that the little knobby thingy that we were talking about before.
This is literally just the 4DS XXL.
Yeah, I think you might have to add an X to that one. And let's see here. Let's continue here. That's the. Oh, by the way, did I tell you that these are detachable, right? Detachable.
Yes.
They detach, so you can put one. You can dock one side and keep the other side. So here it is detached already. Okay, the top part with little knobby thingy. Okay, and so on the bottom here, you see where I think this is USB-C, right? Thing, right? And so I think that's what we're looking at up here. Let's go here, and here it is together, clammed together, right? We have two things here. You can tell this one does not have a knob or a controller, but here it is close together. So they each have R buttons and L buttons and R and R2, R1, right? Is it R1, R2, right? L1, L2?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'll just call that for now. But and then right here you can see the little USB thingy where you can dock it. They come together, and then here it's already closed. You can see the outer screen already on the outside. Okay, when you open it, there's a screen on this side, and there's a screen on the other side. So it's a 3-screen kind of thingy there. Continue. I don't know what that is. Continue. I don't know what that is. Continue. Again, another screen with the same thing. And I like the sandwich one better. Here's the sandwich. Yeah, that one. So first, I want to know what your first impressions are of what you're looking at here.
Mike, did you freeze?
Did I freeze?
Yeah, I think he did a thumbs up to ask
Oh,
if we
no.
were good, and it did the thing it did last time where
Oh no, the balloon. The
it
balloon.
did the animation and froze his camera.
Man, come on, people. But can you guys still hear me and see the
Yeah, we can
Yes.
still hear and see everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Let me see what you're pointing at. So
okay. So yeah. So let's get your first impressions. What do you guys think? How does it look to you guys? Does it look cool? Does it look weird? Is it?
can I say this? I'm sorry. I know you asked Vandy and Lynn's first, but can I say this real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
When you saw this, when you showed the sandwich picture,
sandwich.
that one,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Is it me or does that look busy? And what I mean by busy, I hope y'all know what I mean. It's like it's almost too many buttons. Because if you flip it open, then those buttons right where your mouse is, Mike, like what do we do with that?
With these buttons
Are
right
we
here?
yeah, or are we sure those are buttons and not some kind of guard or something? Like if it opens up too close to the bottom screen, is it possible that they don't want it to rub together and rub the paint off or whatever?
You see, I think is that because the outer screen here is an 8-inch, right? The one on the other side of this panel is a smaller one, and the one on this side is another 8-inch. So if you detach them, give one to your friend, then they have sort of like the same buttons. I don't know how it's not gonna work, but I'm just assuming here maybe that's why it has kind of or maybe there's just more pronounced here than they should, and they're kind of more like on the surface, and they made them like visible so that we know their buttons are there, and so it looks busy here, but maybe in the actual console. Which, by the way, guys, this is a patent, right? There is 99% chance that certain elements of this patent will come to pass. The design is not one of them. We might not get this design at all. This is just could be them putting a random design together because they want to patent this little button, this little thing here. Sometimes it's just like that. They'll do that, or they want to patent this right here, or the detachable top from the bottom. That's what they want. They want to make sure they patent and they have secured. And so when we look at the entire design, we can kind of all right, maybe this is not going to be the entire thing.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we have an HDMI cable on one of these?
There is no area for ports at least visible on these switches here. All we know is that
you know why I asked, right?
Because
how is this dock into the TV?
Yeah, because it does have the USB-C.
Well, the docks already have the HDMI in the actual dock, so you would just do what you do with the Switch right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it does come with the dock.
We're assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm just wondering, will you close it like a sandwich? Sandwiches, and then stick it in the dock. I'm trying to visualize this.
I just like that word. Sandwich.
It's basically a 4DS XL that you can dock and run as a Switch. But
I believe that you can dock it together. You take one out, and then you dock the other. The one without the controllers, I'm guessing that one you dock, right? This one you dock. What is that?
I think my opinion on this,
go ahead,
is it seems like an IT tech disaster because there's so many different parts where if one thing stops working, if your screens no longer connect together, that's just going to be a giant issue. You know what I mean? There's so many things that could go wrong with this from a technical perspective.
I agree.
That would make everything just cease to work.
Yeah.
And I think that's my biggest concern about it is because, like I said, top doesn't connect to bottom and that no longer snaps together, you're doomed.
Yeah,
what happens if you crack the top part of the top screen, because that's going to be really awkward to do a case or a screen protector from, because it would have to cover everything like a shell, and it'd have to be thick enough to where it protects it, but not thick enough to where you can't see that top screen when it's sandwiched. So like if that top screen breaks, does that also therefore like potentially damage the screen that's on the inside because there's not that much wiggle room between? So like I think that's my biggest concern is how they would get around all of those potential just IT issues, because if we're already having issues with Joy-Cons and stuff like that still to this date with Nintendo, I'm all for it. But I think it's very ambitious for things to not go wrong and have one tiny break everything.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Nintendo likes to have their consoles kind of easy, if you will, because they want you to be able to plug it in and start gaming immediately.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And since they have done a 3DS and a 2DS, they have done a system that closes. Maybe the screen will, you know how it sinks in just a little bit. So when you close it, the screen exactly don't touch, but the outside touches and it helps close it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where is my 3DS?
And there's also a patent for a display cover, by the way. So there's also a patent here that shows a cover for that is specifically thing we just saw right now. I'm looking for it right now. Display system, image, display program, image display. The names are crazy. But I did see a patent that Nintendo issued for that. There was, for that specific thing. In controller.
Okay.
Yeah, for the cover of the actual device.
Because I think the thing they'd have to figure out too is I think anyone who had a DS in the past can also vouch for the fact that the more you used it, the more when you flipped it open to that top screen being in position, the less it actually stayed. And at one point you could just jiggle the bottom part and have the top screen go like this constantly.
That's very true.
So
yeah, no, I agree. A lot of movable parts can't be too good. But and then to the point where they actually come apart. So it's not that they're permanently together. They are detachable as well. And so how many times can you attach and detach before,
that before it starts to that's my fear.
No, you make a great point. And how about Bandy? What do you think?
So
you just got right all in there.
When you initially told me that like it was pretty much going to be looking like a 3DS, my thought was that Nintendo wanted to bring back the vibe of people like constantly taking their console on the go. And I feel like people don't like take their Switch necessarily like everywhere they go unless they're going on like a plane or like a long car ride or something like that. But when we had our DSs, like we would bring them to school. We would bring them anywhere and everywhere we would go. So I thought they would like kind of try and bring back that vibe while also obviously keeping the dock because you just can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
But looking at one of the photos, when you flip the screen up, there's only like the looking like a D-pad, but like the circle D-pad thing. I kind of forgot what it's called, like they had with the 3DS, and then one singular button. So it doesn't really look like it's going to play like a 3DS if you unsandwich it and kind of put the top screen up. So I don't know what the point of everything is unless they're pretty much just trying to make it so you have to detach the two screens and then it's pretty much like just two Switch lights that you put together and then you can dock them. Like I don't understand. Like it doesn't seem necessary.
A Switch Hue because you would dock one part of it and you would use the other one as a display to play your games. Like
please don't put you on the end of anything ever again, Nintendo.
Switch Hue.
I think he's just concerned just like how you would play it with only one controller for like a D-pad kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And one button.
One button.
Because there's like the L and the R, which is great, but then like where there's normally like the A, B, X, and Y, there was just a button. There's just one.
And that's what I meant by when Nintendo issues patents. They are very focused on certain aspects of the patent for when it comes to design. For example, in this one, there we are, cover system, compromising cover. This is for the cover that I was talking about. So they put a design out there, and that design it does not necessarily represent the final product. They're just doing it because they want to, let's say, protect the hinges, right? The hinges for the clamp thingy and how it's going to close so it fit together. Right, it's still missing a lot of elements, but they just want to. Now this is even different. Look at this. You see how this is different? We have
Can you blow it up?
Okay, yeah, that's right. I'm blowing it up for myself, but not for you. Sorry. All right, so this is even a different design here. We see the buttons already here. We see this thing and that thing, and it looks like more like a Nintendo Switch Lite. And then we have the cover.
Interesting.
Right? Mm-hmm. But the screen is a lot bigger, of course.
I'm cracking up on the inside at Vandy and Lens. They're both just.
We're trying to get a good view of it.
Yeah.
If that's the case though, and the buttons are there, then my initial thought is that they're trying to bring back the vibe of what like a DS and the 3DS and even like the Game Boy Advanced was. Yeah. Where, like you just took it everywhere you went. And because like honestly, like with like where the Switch is right now, like there's only so many more things you can add to make it feel like this whole amazing next gen console without doing what the Xbox and PlayStation do, which is just, hey, it's stronger. It's like, oh, cool, thanks. But I think like Nintendo's smarter than that, and they want to give us more utility and more like gadgets and gimmicks and gizmos and whatever you have it to try and make you feel like this next gen console is actually worth the money and you're actually getting like the bang for your buck. And so if they're trying to pretty much say, hey, the 3DS was incredibly successful for us, the Switch was incredibly successful for us, let's just put them together and let's kind of bring that vibe of taking us wherever you go. And when you're home, you can dock us. So that was my initial thought. Because I just know like when I was a kid, I brought my 3DS literally everywhere. And so did everyone else.
Yeah. I agree. And so there's a chance that we might not see any of this. You know, there's always that big chance that we might not see any of this, but everything that we see here is super interesting and kind of gives us a glimpse of what Nintendo is at least thinking about and what's going behind the scenes in that creative little room they have over there where all the creatives, people come up with the names and stuff. I mean, I heard the Nintendo Swatch, which is a Nintendo Switch and a watch put together, you know. Nintendo Pocket.
I think the other thing too is if we're combining the information we got from like the previous stuff where it's like, oh, it's gonna have the power of like a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One with that many screens and that many things going on, where are we putting the fans so this thing's not overheating?
But probably
like, that's a lot to power with even just like the Steam Deck overheating constantly.
Nintendo blows.
Did you just
the Nintendo?
I don't think they can do that, Big
I'm not an HR manager, but HR is gonna negate that one.
Yeah, that's a veto.
To cool down the Switch.
The Switch. Look, Nintendo, make it easy on yourself. Just make it easy on yourself. Switch 2. Let's keep it moving. Okay. Then Switch 3. Then Switch 4. Switch. Just. And the reason I say that, and I know we love Nintendo for them being innovative and wow, hi Lens. Okay. Lovely to see you. But we love them being innovative and doing new things and always, like, wow, now what does this gizmo do? And Mike's trying to get unfrozen, guys. I get all that, but I think it's okay to play it safe, a little bit safe, with their next gen hardware this time, because let's be honest, we don't buy Switch because it's cool and new and everything else. We buy games and we buy the corresponding system that goes with it.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, be free in the games. Put Zelda in space or whatever, like Andre always says. Put Mario back in space. We like Galaxy. So, I mean, go keep I think for this particular transition, go have fun with the games, but keep it kind of simple for new hardware. Because if they jump from a Switch to, something cool looking, it's the robot VR Cube 64 3DS XXL. We doing too much. We don't need all that.
I agree.
Yeah. So there's that too. And then, like Mike said, it could just be
Pressure
one
on
little
themselves.
button. Say it again.
I said I think they just put immense pressure on themselves because they have the Xbox, they have PlayStation, but Nintendo's like, oh, we have to be different. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And they're so about like changing the gaming experience that I feel like they're trying
True.
to come up with anything and everything they can right now, even if it isn't exactly what it's going to be at the end, to just be like, how not crazy can we make this, but like how
crazy can we make
go?
this?
Essentially. So I don't know. I don't want them to feel like they have to try too hard because that's kind of what the 4DS XXL kind of seems like to me. Is it's just like it's so much, and then where the heck do they go from that? You know what I mean? Because if they set the bar to that and they feel the need to constantly keep one-upping each other, where do you go from the 4DS XXL? You know,
5DX.
right?
It takes you to the 5th dimension.
Right. We got 5 screens, the 5th dimension, 5 Joy-Cons. So,
because eventually we'll all have 5 hands. I don't know.
Right.
I think for the Switch, I think that a big thing that I think Nintendo probably also knows, and like these are like for me as well, these are like the frustrating video game lovers where it's like, I don't want to buy the Switch because it's like doesn't even get up to 60 FPS and like these games don't even look realistic, yada yada yada. And so if Nintendo wants to pretty much this word always has like a negative connotation, but like if they want to monopolize video games, obviously they want to beat out Xbox and PS4. What they need to do is they need to realize that the people who love Xbox and PS4, PS5, whatever, are the ones that love this realistic, like the realer the game, the better. And it's like, well, that isn't actually true, but like that's what draws them. Like Spider-Man, it was a good game. It also looked so unbelievably real. It was kind of frightening. And so, yeah, Nintendo games don't necessarily feel that, but if they want to try and monopolize and kind of reach a newer audience, they don't need to add all these like gimmicks and like 5 screens and like double buttons or whatever. They just need to do what they've already have kind of said that they were going to do, is they just need to make it more quote unquote powerful. So when they bring over these third-party games to reach a broader audience, it'll actually run really well because they already have things that the DS or that the PlayStation, the Xbox don't do, which is detachable. They have this portable quality to it, which is so unique. No other thing has that. Like there was like the PSP, but that was like 30 years ago. Like that was so long ago, and PlayStation hasn't done anything since. The Steam Deck did really well. So if Nintendo just focuses on reaching that audience by just making it stronger, I genuinely think like Nintendo's going to be the one to beat now, because no one's going to have anything negative to say about Nintendo. They have incredible games. They have incredible stories. They run really well normally. And also it's portable and it's strong enough to handle these crazy cool looking games like Mortal Kombat or God of War.
Totally agree.
He's like,
Mike, you still
Need water.
I just want to make sure Mike's okay.
I saw his bubble flash like he was
Yeah.
trying to talk.
Well, Mike, we're going to keep it moving.
Yeah, and so I also agree. I also agree. But can you all repeat what you just said? I think all over again from the beginning. That way. No,
It was a clear black night,
okay,
a clear
okay.
dark moon. Oh, no,
Okay. All right, so
dark and stormy night.
dark, sorry, night. Well, yeah, so that's Switch 2. You know, we might see a fiasco. We might see the same exact thing we have now, just with more power with it, which is what everybody's hoping for. You know, and again, like everything we saw could be Nintendo's way of just playing with us, completely playing with us. They're patenting a screw. They do all this really elaborate design and show us this big thing with flappy things and the sandwich and everything. I'm like, hey, have fun. You know, have fun. You know, dissecting that while we do work here, and that could be the thing. You know. And
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
So,
we don't answer
when the
questions
Switch
around here.
originally released,
Uh-huh.
like however many years ago, did you guys have a patent you were following and you were like, all right, it's coming, and you were just waiting for the presents and everyone was like, there it is. That's it. We're finally seeing it. Or like,
there were many
how much
patents.
did things change?
There were many patents and back in the day, and none of them looked like it at all. there were just many different patents that I think that we're being duped again. Nintendo's just making sure that we're entertained and we're distracted and we have something to talk about. They're patenting their little design with an 8-inch screen, right? And the hinges or something. They're patenting something. There's that's not a waste, but they just think about design so that they can show off whatever they're patenting in action. You know what I mean? And say, look,
So-
this is yeah. Go ahead.
They're
Well, I was
hiding in
gonna say,
plain
like,
sight.
It seems like patents, what Nintendo seems to like to do, if what you were saying is true about the Switch, it doesn't look anything like it.
Mhm.
It seems as if, like, if you went back and you saw all the different patents of what the Switch 1 had or of what Nintendo was doing before the Switch released,
Yeah,
I bet you could find every individual design of the Switch in
Exactly.
different
yeah.
patents. It's almost like putting together like this puzzle
Mhm.
where it's like, okay, we're going to patent these 100 things
Mhm.
in this patent. We're going to patent then like 30 other things here, like 10 other things here, 40 other things here. And
Yeah.
like they took like 4 from here, 10 from here, 3 from here, 4 from here. That's what the Switch became. And they discarded another like 96 other things that they patented.
Ideas that they had. Yeah, yeah.
It seems like that's what it does. So like patents, they're fun, they're awesome to follow because it's like
Yeah.
like this whole entire thing could be what the DS, what the new Switch is,
Mhm.
or they kept like a button
Yeah,
and they discarded the rest.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's like, boom, we did it. And
Yeah.
it's like, so that's like, so it's like, so like funny to me. It's like this puzzle, but it's
Uh-huh.
impossible to follow until you actually see the finished product.
Yeah, there's two types of patents. Patents of future products and patents of current products are being either redesigned or altered in a certain way. So if they're releasing a new Pokemon edition of the Switch, you'll find a new Switch patent, the same exact Switch, but it's there again. Why? Oh, they're just releasing a new edition of the patent in the Pokemon edition. So those are the two types. This is the mechanical one where they're actually kind of just new product, new feature and stuff like that. So that's why I say patents always tell a story. It might not be the whole story, but it tells part of a story. That is good to go to investigate just to make sure that and it's fun, yeah. But Vandy, you guys got it. You guys got it. We have a smart crew here who gets it. You see who you know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to. All right, I'm talking to you. I know you can't see me right now, but I got my finger in your face. You hear me?
He pointing at y'all.
I'm pointing at you all. Okay, you hear me? Patents are real.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, that's go ahead.
First of all, patents are real, but I think it's more like Vandy said. There's a good possibility they drew up that whole thing just to patent what the power button's going to look like or whatever.
Story.
Oh, no.
But because patents did happen, because like you said earlier, there were certain patents that you found much earlier in the year that were Tears of the Kingdom. And I realized it a couple weeks ago when I was playing that, and I had to skydive, and I was like, wait a minute, have I tried this? And I forgot you can dive and pull your arrow at the same time.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that until you just randomly popped in my head with that, and your video randomly just popped in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, wait, this is a thing. Speaking of Zelda, can we talk about Zelda?
Yeah, my little rant.
I haven't talked about Zelda in like 10 seconds. I mean,
So all right. So to finish off the podcast, we have a rumor out there by Zippo, Zimpeepo. I don't know who. Some person out there
Zippo
decided to become a leaker and just issue random stuff out there. Okay. The first thing we want to talk about is that patent that we found that I shared with Joycey, that Joycey brought it up about potential gaming. Yay, we got. Is it Paul? I heard a boop.
Wait, what? Paul!
Can you see me?
We
can't,
Paul.
but we can hear you.
It's okay. They can't see me either, Paul.
Oh,
We can't see Mike either. That's
We're
okay.
good.
Talk to me, Paul.
Talk to us, Paul.
well, it's good to be here. I just finished teaching. Good seeing you all, even though I can't be seen right now. Just finished. How's your week going? How's your day going?
Our day is going
Great.
swell. How about you, Paul?
Good. It was a long day of teaching, exercising, but it's awesome. Gonna go home, have dinner, Play some more Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Now I'm in the 4th world.
Yeah.
So still haven't beaten it. Taking my time, playing with the family. And play some more Spider-Man 2, which I don't want to spoil it in case if someone's actively playing through the story mode. But it's not a spoiler to say that I have encountered Venom. So I'm a little bit past that because Venom's in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler.
You go to the hospital?
Yeah. What's that?
What?
You got bitten by Venom? Is that what you said?
Oh no!
You
In
encountered
Spider-Man
Venom?
2, I got to the point where you encounter Venom.
Oh man, I hope you find the antidote.
I think
That
Mike
was so
is playing,
quick-witted.
but I'm not positive.
Yeah, chat's already saying no spoilers, but that's not a spoiler. I knew
No,
Venom was in the game, and I'm not playing it.
It's in the trailer from the very beginning when they
Yeah.
first teased it that Venom is in the game. So that's all I'll say is just I have encountered Venom. That's about it. I'm a little bit past that, but yeah, it's excellent.
Awesome. So Paul, you got here right on time. We're about to discuss the Zelda rumor. It wasn't that okay? So it was some guy named something Toto. Okay, some Paul
Dr. Toto. Yeah.
Sirkin Toto.
Yeah. He put up that tweet last year, which you probably discussed that,
Okay, yeah. So he tweeted
ZR Zelda remake.
ZR, okay, and Zelda remake, and then we had apparently Tears of the Kingdom followed, or the announcement for that followed, right? And so now this year he basically tweeted the same exact thing, but with the number 2023 right below it. And so that led the internet to go wild, saying, "Hey, there's a Zelda remake coming." And I'm like, the year is ended, right? We only have 2 more months in the year. Where in this year could you fit a Zelda remake? And then not only that,
know,
but Shadow Drop a Zelda remake.
See, if it's coming out this year, it's got to be something on the smaller side, I would think.
Yeah.
Not to say Twilight Princess or The Wind Waker are smaller because at one time they were massive games, but it's smaller impact because they came out in their original state. They were, remastered-ish on Wii U, and then this would probably be, a glorified port of that, although maybe it would be further enhanced, beyond regular, like, deluxe standards and to further maximize Nintendo Switch to differentiate them. So it could be something along those lines, but December probably means of a smaller scope and not like, get ready, everyone. This is the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake that you all wanted for the 25th anniversary. Full-on new engine. Bam. I don't think it's
made by Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really impressive.
That is beautiful. I really want to see it. So I want a Studio Ghibli themed Zelda game now, because after I saw that animation that they did with the game, it looks beautiful.
Wait a minute. That was by R1 Link, right?
Yeah. Wrong.
Okay, real quick. Dear Nintendos, I'm gonna need y'all to hire him.
Yep.
His renders recreations and ideas on on an idea of how Zelda should look is beyond. That's a level of brilliance even I don't have, and I'm pretty brilliant. I'm sorry, no shade, but
let's go ahead and show it for our
they're beautiful.
Yeah, because
this animation style would work well for a game. It would also work well for a movie or an animated series. I think this is a nice look.
Y'all know I'm stuck on live action when it comes to Zelda.
Okay. I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on? But
I'm stuck on live action. Y'all know that about me. I'm big on, but I will say this: if they're trying to do a Nintendo cinematic universe, and eventually we get the big, like Marvel did, we get the big Smash Bros. Games, in like 20 years or something, then it's going to be really, really weird if Metroid and Zelda movies are live action and everything else is animated. Splatoon would make a beautiful animated game. Mario Brothers makes a beautiful animated game. Zelda, it's like, to me, it should be a toned down as far as content is concerned, and and things. Should be a toned down Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but it has the potential. I think Zelda is so it's so we've already seen what a cartoonist Link could look like, and then we've already seen what a more realistic Link would look like with Twilight Princess. And so I think it has the potential of going either way. You know,
it does because
depending on the story. Depending on the story.
It does depend on the story. Now, all Zelda stories, like I said, are kind of somber and kind of dark. But Twilight Princess before Breath of the Wild was the highest selling Zelda game. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's because people like a realistic looking Link with realistic. It was the sweet spot between animation and realistic, I think. Yeah. It's a really good sweet spot. And it was darker, it was grittier. There are some things about that game I will say that I'm kind of like, I love it. It's in my top 5, but we need to have some colorful moments as well. So if we take like Ocarina's kind of color palette and slap some Twilight Princess on it, okay, then I'll concede. Animated movie it is.
It's Ron Link, right? Ron Link?
Yes. I should find the tweet. I did save it like today.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at that image.
There it is.
It's just, man. I want to see a game like this with this animation.
A game like this, I would go gaga over. I would just be drooling and begging them to take my money.
Look at him.
It's beautiful, guys. Look at that.
That's just incredible. Look at the look. Ah.
Oh my God! I want one.
Look at Link. Guys, we're coming back.
That's just this trailer.
Yeah, but he's gonna make a longer series with that. So I mean, it's because the Studio Ghibli style is the most requested one by a lot of fans, and so he's not dumb. He's gonna make a Studio Ghibli little mini series with Ocarina of Time, which again is a crazy franchise. But
also he has realistic animations, if you will, of Ocarina of Time, where he's done his own storyline and everything. You got to check those out too.
I did, yeah. I actually shared it on one of my videos. It's pretty cool.
He's Nintendo, hire him.
They do. They have to. Oh my God, the little doggy! Wait! Stop! Forget Zelda. Doggy, the little doggy.
Hey!
Hi, doggy.
Highlight it. Wait, I'm not highlighting myself. How do I highlight the doggy? Highlight the doggy.
I forgot what's his name, Linz.
This is Bentley.
Bentley, that's right.
I'm trying to highlight the doggy. I can't. I don't know how to do that.
Bentley.
This man is in bliss right now.
Oh yeah.
He loves the attention.
Yeah, so my mom, who's usually here, and my brother, who are here to watch them when we normally do this podcast. One is out of town. The other is now working holiday hours at work. So he was not happy that he was alone.
It's November. That's why your holiday hours. It's November, guys. How does everybody feel? It's finally November.
It's Christmas time. It's Christmas. It's Christmas now. Now is Christmas.
Mariah Carey has deemed it Christmas. It is Christmas.
Listen, my tree is going up after I have another podcast, but after the podcast, my tree is going up. I'm gonna be on the roof. If I fall off, then I'll be with the, I don't know.
No, you're not gonna fall off the roof.
Be careful.
No, Mike, don't fall off the roof.
All right. So one thing that Josie brought up is that I shared something unexpectedly with her on a patent that was issued on.
Oh yeah.
What was the name? Phantom Hourglass. Which Joyce, she educated me by letting me know that it was the sequel to Wind Waker, right? And so that got me to thinking it makes sense because they've done Twilight Princess, they did Wind Waker HD, and they are in that getting 2D games out there, like Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, HD-fying them, and then bringing them to the Switch. That looks like a possible remake, not remake, but more like an HD version of Phantom Hourglass, and then bringing me into the Nintendo Switch for next year, right? What do you guys? What are your thoughts, Paul? What do you think?
Something like Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks. I guess they would start with Phantom Hourglass first. That has never been brought to a system that is kind of stuck on the DS due to its two screen natured gameplay and the touchscreen mechanics. Could be time to bring back, especially if they want to take advantage of the larger Zelda install base. And some people will be like, well, this isn't the Zelda that I know and love from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. This is why I never played the games before. Or it could be, what, I'm a new Zelda fan, what else is out there? Oh, let me give this a shot and see what's something that the series is known for, but made a little bit more accessible and modern. I could see a Phantom Hourglass. It almost makes more sense that whatever this game is, if it's a remake that's new, is a game that's not accessible on Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah.
Because, it's not a guarantee, but like you can access A Link to the Past. You can access Zelda 1, Zelda 2. You can't access Phantom Hourglass. You can access Minish Cap. So if I had a guess, I would say, maybe something that's like a Phantom Hourglass could be it. Or it could be like that Twilight Princess kind of Wind Waker thing. Or maybe they pull out all the stops and somehow they surprise us with something big. But maybe it's like a smaller mid-sized thing. And you're right, it could be a Metroid Prime Remastered type of drop right in the middle of December. And that would be a pretty big... If they do that, gosh, that's one more notch in 2023's belt of being one of the GOAT years in gaming. Because you've got Zelda, Mario, Metroid, and Fire Emblem. So much.
A lot of goodness.
DLC, Pikmin.
Yeah, and I was about to
spin-off.
I was about to debunk the entire thing about a new game coming out or Shadow Drop like that until I figured out, wait, we still have Game Awards. Game Awards is a good place where they actually premiere games and maybe even drop games, So there's a possibility that game could be premiered at Game Awards and then maybe Shadow Drop or even announced for early next year.
Although,
hold up. Oh,
they would,
I'm sorry, Paul.
They would lose out. Well, kind of. They would lose out on retail probably, unless that they were able to get it really quick, like immediately following the Game Awards as a tie-in with the Game Awards. The game is available now on eShop, which is like December 8th, and then in retail outlets, which is where a lot of parents will shop and people for themselves to get the cartridge for them. Something like the 21st or whatever that Tuesday or Friday is before Christmas, maybe. So I guess you could still have a physical version, but it's a little tougher to keep a physical version secret, because outlets get them in stock and photos and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm kind of excited that it's a fair possibility. I don't think it's impossible.
Yeah, and I see that happen. I see that happening only if the game is like an HD version of that one. It's not that it's a completely. If it's a brand new game, a brand new top-down Zelda, or even a remake from the ground up like they did with Link's Awakening, I don't see them shadow dropping a game that big. They will actually put that in line to promote that game and make sure they give that game enough time to be promoted. If it's an HD version of a game, just like they do when we just mentioned, possibility,
So here's my thoughts on that. You guys already picked a lot of those what I was going to say out of my brain, so that's great. So here's the reason why I think Game Awards could work for a Phantom Hourglass. History already proves that Game Awards already like Zelda. Okay, doesn't matter if it wins or not, right? I think Tears of the Kingdom has a great shot though, but it doesn't even matter if it wins. We know it's going to be nominated. People always say, "Oh, they only like Sony games." I'm like, have y'all not been watching? Nintendo's constantly, at the very least, getting nominated for all the categories or majority of the categories. So there's that. So the reason I think it could work is because I think about when Breath of the Wild came out, and then the Game Awards happened, and then they dropped their DLC, and the way they dropped it, and it was available that same night, which is something I'd never seen Nintendo do. I'm like, it's available now? I have to stay up even later past the Game Awards so I can play this? Oh my gosh. So I could see them doing exactly what Paul said. Available on eShop right now, available worldwide, physical on, a few days later, a week later, whatever the case may be. And And I wouldn't be surprised if it was a ground up remake, or if it was, because I don't think it's just going to be HD, because y'all got to go back and look at DS graphics. They were great at the time. I don't think they hold up now. It'll be same style and everything, but it was also Wind Waker style. So it seemed like it's more like a condensed Wind Waker is what it looks like on the DS. So I think that it's definitely not going to be HD. I think it's a Link's Awakening kind of ground up remake. But it's going to be it's going to be still the Wind Waker style, if that makes sense. So it's going to be same style, I think. Or I wonder what that looks like updated for 2023 Switch graphics. I think it'll be nice. And Link's Awakening did 6.46 million so far. Or no, as of 2022. Yeah, as of 2022. So I think it would do really, really well and let people, like you guys already said, bigger install base for Zelda. Let them see what it's kind of like. And I think they can get away with it. I really do.
That is good commentary and good thoughts. Thank you, Joycey. And
all right.
No, I just came back from trying to fix the camera again. So I'm trying to
You're still fighting with the camera.
Yeah, I got that little circle just kind of like going crazy. They're like waka 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 waka. All right. So, any last thoughts, guys, on topics today? Today we spoke about the sandwich. Paul, the sandwich is the
Nintendo Switch sandwich. Yeah. That's what they're gonna call it. That's the name. I got it. I nailed it.
Switch. The sandwich. No, I'm just not gonna try this. No.
Sandwich.
The sandwich.
The sand switch.
The switch witch. The switch witch.
The sand switch.
Yeah, we spoke about the patent and the switch witch, and that Lyndon and Vanjie gave their opinions. Very, very good opinions. And then Joyce and everybody. Paul, do you have any thoughts on the switch witch?
It's probably more likely than not an idea that they had that didn't come to fruition, but it's always possible that it's an accessory that complements the Nintendo Switch 2, or is an add-on, or maybe it's the equivalent of an SNES Classic Edition, and it is bringing out several games into that form, or maybe it is just at the simplest, an accessory that is easy to add on to Nintendo's next system that does allow for some backwards compatibility to DS games. But I don't think that that's going to be the form factor of Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah. We're all in agreement with that. And one of the things that we came to conclusion is that every patent only tells part of the story. So if in this patent they had a lot of things going on, including that sandwich thing, they might only be wanting to patent a screen or a hinge or some type of feature, and they just illustrated a whole bunch of things just to make sure that they focus on that one. So yeah. The guys, stay tuned for the Nintendo sandwich. It's going to come with ham, cheese, mayonnaise. I don't think Vandy can have mayonnaise. Right, Vandy can't have mayonnaise.
You can get yours customized, Randy.
Yeah,
Vandy.
You can have what's the vegan selection for mayonnaise? Is oil good, Vandy? Can you have oil?
Yeah, I think the sub for mayonnaise is just
avocado.
Just to not have mayonnaise.
No. We have to figure something out, because mayonnaise.
We got to put some kind of sauce on it. Yeah. What about avocado?
Oil and hot sauce.
Salsa.
Tomatoes. You have tomatoes?
Yeah.
You're vegan, right?
What?
No, I'm not
vegetarian.
No.
Just dairy, because I would die.
Oh well, we don't want that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, we don't want the dairy.
Anaphylactic allergies.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Did you guys not go over the adobo part yet? Go over it,
We have
Randy.
not bought adobo yet.
It's a miracle seasoning by Puerto Ricans and Hispanic people that goes on literally everything. Chicken. Egg, because it's all
kind of
about
like seasoning salt.
It's herbs. Yeah, it's just herbs from the ground, and it goes all together like that, and then it has its own salt already, so you don't have to add extra salt. And then you can grill, you can whatever do with that for fish, for meats, for whatever you want to use it for. But yeah,
it's what we have in African American culture. We call it's just Lowry's. That's not
we love
exactly.
Lowry's.
I love Lowry's.
Yeah, same thing. But Mike sounds like it has a little bit more kick to it.
Yeah.
Lowry's don't
That's
have
a you.
kick. It just has flavor.
Yeah.
She loves the kick. She loves the
Yeah.
kick of the flavor and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, this one has a lot of flavor. So adobo and then the other one's called Sofrito.
Okay.
Go to any Spanish store. It's like it's all herb based and it's like seasoning, and we can't live without it. We can't. It's
Okay.
amazing. So yeah.
Write that down. Write that down.
Right
Then
there.
tell us if you die or not, because I'll suggest something else.
The more spicy, the better for me.
Oh, not me.
We're gonna get Paul on hot ones. Eat
Oh,
them hot
yeah.
wings with
We
the
should
extra
do that. We
ghost
should do that
pepper.
one episode. We should do that one episode here. At least one episode.
That'd be cool.
And
I'll
have
be the judge. I don't do. I can barely do pepper.
I'll
No,
bring the milk.
Well, it doesn't have to be like really, really hot. It could be just like the
Nope.
regular barbecue sauce.
nope. I don't do
By
pepper.
the way, in case my phone dies, I'm going to say bye now, but I will still be here. I'm just it's a pre-buy because I'm at 2%.
Yeah.
But,
Well, we're actually going to go ahead and then issue our goodbyes right now
good.
and tell us where we're headed and stuff. So, Paul Gale, where can we find you, young sir?
I think Paul just left.
Okay, we can't find him. You can find Paul Gale at Paul Gale Network on Twitter. You can also find him on Paul Gale Network on Instagram. You can also find him on Paul Gale Network is he on Instagram? On Twitter, on X. And that's where you can find him. Moving on to Joycey J. Joycey, where can we find you? What do you have going on this week?
More Mario Wonder going down this week as I sit there and try to find every single little secret. I love y'all. I cannot express how much I love not having a timer in these games. I'm looking everywhere. I was like, I know there's some kind of secret right here at the beginning, way up in the sky. So there's that. You can find me on Twitter, DJ Joycey on Twitter, X, whatever the heck. I'm just a crazy old lady who loves video games.
Twitter, X, whatever the X. I like that.
Yeah, whatever the X.
All right, Linz and Vandy, where can we find you?
You can find me at Lynn's Vids on all platforms. I'm also going to start simulcasting this week. So I'll be live on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Bless. They freed us from the trenches. And it's going to be a great time. I'm actually super excited about it.
Woohoo!
You guys don't see what I'm actually raising my hands over. I'm like doing like the goal side, like goal, Yeah, that.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. And Vandy, where can we find you, young sir?
You can find me at Vandy323 or Vandy323YT. Some people have Vandy323. I genuinely don't know how. It's not a word and it's 3 random numbers, but here we are.
Yeah.
I will also be simulcasting it coming up pretty soon, finally, when I get back home. Tried doing that earlier, but it wasn't that optimal. But now that there's a lot of different plugins and stuff like that, I'm definitely going to be doing that. And then have a massive video that I've been editing for the past couple of weeks, hopefully dropping within the next month. It's kicking my butt, if I'm being honest, but it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Hopefully the start of a new Vandy era of videos I actually want to do and actually get fulfillment out of. So, definitely make sure you go and follow. It's going to be Pokemon, but if you like Pokemon, that's a good spot.
Listen, guys, I need to confess something. Vandy has been my inspiration and Nance, okay? When it comes to their content, they've been my inspiration to up the ante at the Odyssey. Because I love how they're following their dreams. They're like going for what they want to do, and what they want to do is what they want to do. Pokemon's in a different way. So I look up to them. You guys have to check them out. They're amazing. Their videos are rewatchable. It's not like my old news that today is good, tomorrow's old. No, their videos, you can. I think I've seen one of the Vandy's videos about 2 times. I've seen the Liv's last video, the one with she has all the people and everything like that, about 4 times, and they're great. They're rewatchable. Like you can just eat something and watch it and have fun and laugh and just enjoy yourself. So make sure go over there, check them out, and I will push Joycey J to one day have her own YouTube channel, because that's going to be the That's gonna be it, Joycey. You don't know how much charisma and how much awesome you would actually have in your own YouTube channel. Actually, I have the name for you, and I already own it. I'll give it to you. It's called Zelda Life. Zelda
I love it, but
by Joycey J. And she'll release a video a month just with your Joycey rants. That's it. I want Joycey rants.
Okay, somebody is going to have to give me a studio. Somebody's going to set it up. Somebody's going to have to edit it, and then I want all the money, all the 2 cents.
All you gotta do is go live. We'll go live for an hour, Joycey rant, and that's it. No editing involved.
That's what I'm here for, though. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Maybe I'll do it for retirement. I'm only 25, 30 years away.
Yeah. That's not that far. No, it's far away. We'll get the Switch 10 by then.
Yeah, and we'll have at least 2 or 3 more Zelda games I can totally rant about. So, plus all the top-down ones, whatever we're getting. Fabulous.
All right, my friend. And you can find me at the Odyssey here. Although you cannot see me just yet. I have to go back and fix this before I go over to the Nintendo Prime Podcast. We have another podcast going over there. But yeah, you can find me here at the Odyssey Monday through Friday news. I'm working on new content. I have a new series called Treasures from Etsy. Nintendo treasure Etsy treasures. And I go scavenger hunting, like game hunting, but hunting for Nintendo stuff, like really weird, really cool Nintendo stuff on the channel. And then hopefully, with the inspiration of Vandy and Linz, I geared the channel towards more entertainment and more Nintendo, fun. You know what I mean? I'll let the news to Prime and to other people who are, or we have the Wire or the Where or the, what's his name? I forgot his name. The guy with the glasses with the game with the news and the stuff in the morning. But yeah, I'll do some news, but I want to expand my horizon when it comes to creating content that I love and then I'm passionate about. And so I already have a whole bunch of people sending me stuff. I have something related to Zelda that is gonna make you go nuts. It is so creative. It is so innovative that you might want to have it in your hands right now. It's coming in my first episode of Etsy Treasures. Trust me, it is amazing. Person who does this is an incredible artist. You have never seen anything like this before. Etsy Treasures coming soon.
You want to link me that, Big Cat?
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. I'll link it to you. That way I can get paid when you buy your thing there.
Just throw it in our Discord. There's a question, Mike, real quick.
Oh, there's a question. Yeah, go ahead.
Craziest Cock says, what happened to coffee and video games?
Coffee and video games is still going on. We have an episode coming up that Nintendo took, not Nintendo, but it was copyright stricken, and it's with our very own Joycey J. What I'm doing is because I got COVID and there's a whole bunch of things that came in between. By the way, Linz and Randy, I'm actually recovering from COVID. And so there's a lot from that to here. A lot of crazy stuff happened, and so
it's been wild around here.
Yeah, my blindness got worse. Went to the doctor. That happened. The COVID thing. So I haven't gotten a chance to go back and just kind of re-edit that video, get all the copyright stuff, and then re-upload that video. But it's coming back.
There was nothing in that video that should have been copyrighted. Somebody's just being a hater. Okay.
Yeah, it's the background music, the lo-fi Zelda that I added, which is like very nice. Like, and I've been using that music for a long time. And okay, somebody just copyrights it. And it's a Zelda song, like very nice lo-fi. So it's I have to find something else that kind of suits the mood and stuff.
Joycey rant on that next week.
Yeah. But there you have it, guys. The Nintopics Podcast. You can find us here every single week here with the Nintopics Crew, Joycey J, Linz and Vandy, Paul Guild Network, and yours here, Mike Odyssey. And of course, we have Landon every now and then from Nintendo Prime that drops in from time to time. And we're here for you guys. We're here for you. Thank you.
Nintendo Land,
yeah.
Nintendo Prime is Nate.
Oh,
we're gonna go see Mike over there on Nintendo Prime's podcast next, right after this.
You might see a little bubble like this one.
That's okay. We're here for your opinion.
But yeah. So you guys, thank you so much for being here for us. We love you, and we'll see you in the next awesome adventure here at the Odyssey. But before we let you go, we got two things we need to let you know. Number one, Joycey, take it away.
Never give up.
And
Yeah.
Lindsay.
Journey on.
And let's try it again. I'm kidding. All right, Journey on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I'm waving and waving. I am waving.
We're all waving.
I'm waiting.
This is me waving still.
My Miss America wave.
Hey there. Bye.
Goodbye.
See you later. Later.
Yup.